Today has been quite the emotional roller coaster. So I went in the morning to see my mom with my sister and my dad. We went to see my mom. You know, her X-rays from early in the morning came back good. Like her chest was clearing up. Her lungs were cleared up. Um, and then we were sitting there, and then the internal medicine doctor came in, and my dad left because he left. He walked out. It was me and my sister, and he was like, "Hey, so you've had cancer before, and like, what treatment did you have?" Da, da, da. And then he literally was like, "I think you have cancer again." So my heart went to my fucking throat. My heart was in my ass. But then as he continued to talk, my mom's strong. My mom didn't fucking break a sweat, bro. My mom was tanking, bro. I mean, she was like, as he continued to talk, though, it was clear that he was like wrong, like because he kept saying like, well, you know, because she had this growth in her neck, but she already had that scan by her primary care and the ENT, and they both said it was completely fine, that it was not, you know, but he kept calling it a lymph node. This internal medicine doctor kept saying your lymph node, and then I was like, dude, it's not her lymph node. And then, you know, he was like, he was using like second grade correlative, data to like prove his point. He was like, you know, you had cancer you had breast cancer on your right side, and this is on your right side of your neck. So, and then my mom was like, yeah, but it was my left lung that was filled with fluid. And then he got perplexed, and then we said we went to an ENT, like the top ENT, like in the state, and he was perplexed. So then he walked it back to then being like, well, we just have more research we need to do. And then he tried to cook her pulmonologist. This guy was young, and he tried to like talk shit about her pulmonologist. But then he was like, yeah, well, this guy does have 3 more years of lung experience than me, and he has 20 more years of general experience than me, so I'm gonna trust him. I'm like, who are you, bro? And that's bad bedside manners. Like, you know, usually doctors are very direct, but he walked in, and just the first thing he said was, I think you have cancer. Like, your cancer's back. Like, and then but without conclusive data. Like, you don't say that. And then he kept saying, yeah, I'm the worst case scenario doctor. But I went and I called Julianne, and I called her mom, and Julianne's in healthcare, and her mom's very high ranking person in healthcare. And her mom was just like, no, that guy's just an asshole, right? So then I leave to go get my car. My dad drives me home to go get my car, and then he was gonna pick up my nana, so then bring her to the hospital. And then I get a call from my sister that same guy had just came into that. He came in and said the PET scan or the scan showed that she has spots all over her body, on her spine, her kidney, and her throat, and that he presumes that they're all tumors. So at this point, I thought it was over. I thought she was just gonna die. Like, I mean, I got cancer to spread throughout her whole body. So then I like drive back to the hospital. I'm just like sobbing and pleading with God. I'm just like, I mean, it's over. Like, I'm thinking about like that my mom's not gonna be able to see me, you know, get married, have children. She's not gonna be able to live the life that she wants with she's not gonna grow old with my father. And it was over, bro. I was so tilted. So I get there, and I'm just like an absolute mess, bro. A mess. And I get there, and then like we sit there for a while. My dad arrives, my nana arrives, and we're just kind of trying to like figure out like, oh, what's the course of action, like whatever it is. But then everybody's hungry, so me and my sister, we go silent car ride to go to Chipotle. We get, you know, everybody a bowl, but we weren't. And then we get, get everyone like drinks, and I give my mom, because they kept reiterating my mom needs more protein in her body, so I got her some, plant-based protein, and we get back, and or while we're at Chipotle, my dad had texted us that the real, like, the oncology, now for you guys that don't know and aren't like familiar with like residency and specialties, like an internal medicine doctor knows the least amount of stuff, because an internal medicine doctor is not a specialized doctor. They are almost like a jack of all trades. They know a lot about or they know a little about a lot of different topics, but internal medicine is like always made fun of to be like like not the useless one, but the one that can't do anything, because they always have to call specialists to actually do the work. You know, they don't, they're not the pulmonologist. They didn't do fellowship. They didn't do an additional X amount of years to go be and do a specialty, or they were never even in a specialty. The internal medicine doctor is more like primary care, but sometimes even less than that. And so she went, my dad texted us that the oncologist, well, my dad actually called my sister, was like, the oncologist, the real oncologist came and was like, yeah, there's some spots. It's not all over her body. There's some spots, but most of them are not a big deal. They're just sclerotic lesions, which a lot of people have, and it's not a big deal. Like, and the only one that's concerning is the one like kidney, I don't, because it's been 25 years since my mom had breast cancer. She's like, so the lady was like, I don't think this is cancer. I don't think it came back. Like, that's very uncommon. But if it did, like, the treatment options from 25 years ago are so much different that I don't think, like, worst comes to worst, and it is cancer, that you won't have to do chemo because we caught it early. You'll just have to take a pill and take a shot like once a month, like take a pill every day and then do a shot once a month. You'll be fine. Like, so we go. That's what I'm saying. I really felt like this internal medicine doctor was like trying to get my mom to cry, because my mom was just tanking it. Like, he was being such an asshole and making these big, profound statements, but he doesn't know anything because he's internal medicine, and yet he's questioning all the specialists. Just a fucking asshole. And the real oncologist, the one that's most knowledgeable about cancer, was like, nah, just chill, bro. Even if it is cancer, like, it'll be fine, right? So we finally felt better. So then I got back, we were eating, I gave everybody food, and then like, a nurse practitioner came in from a chest surgeon, like a heart surgeon that also does lung surgery, because essentially the lung that had all the fluid in it had collapsed, right? Like, and the body tried to help it out by like creating this almost like an orange peel, and so that's why it's having a hard time expanding by itself, because it's almost blocked. It's like, and so the NP was just kind of coming in talking about like that they may need to do some surgery to like remove the peel in her lung so that her lung can expand again. But then she was also talking about, the possibility of, seeing all these spots and these things. But it was weird, bro. It's like, I know this is a weak ass hospital, bro. I think Julian's mom is gonna have her moved to a much more prestigious hospital where she knows all the doctors and the top doctors in the state. Because it's like these people don't have notes to each other. Like, there's notes, but they're not reading them. So my mom's having to re-explain, and they're each telling her something different. So the only thing that that we actually like truly like listen to at this point is the oncologist, because there's two things going on. There's the like just getting her lung back to normal, and then there's like the possibility of cancer and like figuring out the why. But right now, the only one that's like been like the most knowledgeable is the oncologist. And then she had like the heart surgeon came, and he said her heart sounds great, and I also don't think it's cancer. I gotta be okay with the worst case scenario, but I don't think it's cancer because she's not showing any other signs. Like, her usually, like, when you have cancer, your legs start to swell, or your like ankles start to swell, like you feel pain in different parts of your body, but she doesn't feel, like, she literally was functioning on a one lung without even really knowing. You know what I mean? Like, so she doesn't. So then, that MP came, and then and then like my nana and my dad left, and then it was just me and my sister with my mom, and then my mom gives us a talk of like, this is actually gonna be fine. Like, I feel better. I feel like I have another 25 years in me. Like, it's fine. But if the 0.001% chance that, I don't want you to live in the past, And she told me she doesn't want me to she doesn't want me to like go abuse substances if she passes. Like, she wants me to live my life and pretend as if she's still here. And now, dude, I have cried enough for 1,000 people today, bro. It's been the ups and downs and left and right. And so Julianne's mom is flying in right now, and coming to my house, and then going in the morning to my mom to be there for morning rounds, to actually be able to be like my mom's medical spokesperson. To then say it in layman's terms, and then to really like have a prestigious person there that's gonna be like, yeah, they're bullshitting you, or like this level of care is not good enough, or like, whatever it is. So we're hopeful that her mom's gonna handle it. And then, yeah, that's about it. It's been a terrible day, ups and downs, but I'm hopeful. Like, I went from the fucking asshole being like, essentially like saying that she has cancer all over her body, to the oncologist being like, she may have cancer, but most of the spots are not a big deal. It's just this one spot, and if it is cancer, it's completely treatable and it's fine. She'll be all right. Like, that's what you need. So it's just some bullshit, man. My mom's a fucking unit of measurement though. She's just kind of tilted right now because she has to wait around for all these and then they're doing a biopsy tomorrow on her to see the kidney or liver, I forgot, to figure out what it is. And then also her fluid is with the pathologist now, the fluid that came out of her lung, and they're testing it, so that'll be a couple of days. But the issue is like at this hospital, like at the hospital near me where I live, where we would transfer her to, it's like the pathology is in the building, like everything is in house. So like like every department has a tube that you just shoot down the tube, you know. But I think they're sending these all of her pathology stuff. They're sending it off site. It's all off site, and so they're having to wait and then bring it back. So she's just waiting around, like it's just annoying to her. And she's tilted, like she's ready to get up and move. She's ready to be like, dude, if I have to take chemo, if I have to go on chemo, put me on fucking chemo. Like I just want to get ready, just like I want to start whatever treatment plan is necessary. She just doesn't like to sit there and wait, and she feels like. And she's just uncomfortable because she has these tubes in her, you know, like trying to, you know, get the blood out. She's an IV in her. Like, she's just uncomfortable. But she's a fucking unit, so, yeah, those are my updates, bro. It's been a fucking horrific day. I think she'll be okay, though. I think all will be well. It's just, the fuck, bro. But, that was a hard speech my mom gave me and my sister. Like, it was fucked up, bro. And we're like, please don't give this. Give this to us when, you know, when it's really, like, if you really are about to pass away. Like, not now. Like, you're fine, you know. But the only thing I'm scared of is if it's like a sarcoma. If her cancer is like a sarcoma or something that's untreatable. But for the most part, I think it's going to be something completely, if it is cancer, be completely treatable and she'll be fine. But she's like the healthiest person I know. And that's why the doctor was like, yeah, you probably like were able to like function this long because you were an ex-marathon runner, you have a strong heart, like you're fine. Like, because a normal person wouldn't be able to function with that much fluid in one lung. But yeah, so guys, girls, gays, queers, LMZs, anyone. Have a blast out your Thursday. I'll see you guys on a beautiful Friday. Hopefully I have some good news tomorrow to share, but it's fucked up.